There are two major threats in the war in Iran currently. The first is the presence of US ground troops with the arrival of 3,500 Marines on March 27. The US has two reasons for doing this. The first is to increase stakes with negotiations with Iran by threatening ground invasions, and second is to plan the seizure of Karg Island, or a major oil exporting hub for Iran, in order to pressure them to reopen the Strait of Hormuz. That is a major problem for three reasons. First, it's making Iran preemptively strike US military bases and logistical bases within the Middle East in order to reduce their capacity to eventually launch a ground invasion. Second, Houthi rebels in Yemen control another strait called Bab al-Mandeb, or the Gate of Tears, which controls 12% of global trade. The Houthis have already joined the war, and they say if the US actually launches a ground invasion, they will shut the strait down, forcing all trade between the East and West hemispheres to reroute around Africa, causing massive inflation globally. Third, a ground invasion will severely prolong the war, creating another Iraq situation where the US is stuck fighting a prolonged, protracted war in the Middle East, thus prolonging the conflict and the issue of oil supply for many countries around the world. The second is Iran just bombed a Kuwaiti desalination plant and blamed it on Israel. This is a problem as it comes with the US threatening to bomb Iran's own desalination plants, which Iran might then retaliate with by attacking other desalination plants within the region. The thing is, the Middle East has very little potable or drinkable water supply, which means that they have to use desalination plants to turn seawater into drinkable water. Over 100 million people rely on this. So if the war starts targeting desalination plants, then over 100 million people in the Middle East lose their drinking supply, which is a critical danger to people's lives, and also threatens prolonging the war. So let's hope that escalation doesn't happen, although the cards aren't looking good right now. Stay safe.